when we pictured him going down, this is not what we meant.
Welcome to Gay Talk 2.0, the ultimate podcast for your dose of dish.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another episode of Gay Talk 2.0, an LGBT podcast streaming live on our YouTube channel for all of our Patreon supporters on the day of recording. Everyone else gets that video the week after. Our audio version of the show is free, of course, and it's available as soon as we finish the show tonight. My name is Tom, and I'm your host. And as always, I'm in the studio with my amazing co-host, starting with the first one.
Hey, y'all, Nick or Trish.
And
J Bear, a.k.a. your boyfriend's boyfriend.
And we do have a guest with us today. Joining us all the way from Brantford, Connecticut, of course, is our friend Colin. He has a podcast that he's been doing for quite some time now. And he's going to be here with us, sit with us, chat with us, tell us a little bit about the podcast, what he does for the podcast, and the type of guest that he likes to have on his podcast. And we're going to enjoy that conversation very much. But at this time, Colin, if you'd like to, please say hello.
Good to be with you guys. It's Colin.
Yeah.
Throwback.
He's like, when do I get to speak?
No. I know how this show goes.
But we're excited to have someone in studio. You know, typically when we have guests on the show, because of the nature of podcasting, a lot of our guests typically are very far away. And so we have to bring them in, and it causes me quite a lot of distress to have to navigate different platforms and
I have
stuff.
to say, you haven't been stressed out like you normally are.
No,
today.
because when you're in studio, everything works. And so, look, he's here. We can see him, right?
So
And,
today,
Yeah.
so I was like, just so everyone's aware, he's coming around 5:30, unless you want me to cancel, because I know how you can get, in your feels. And he was like, no, we're good. I was like, okay, great. I'll bring you a Xanax. And he
If you were to cancel on me today, I would never come back. And I could bring Xanax too.
it was a joke. It was a joke mainly
I know.
because he gets all
He got
flustered.
super worked up.
And
Tom,
And he
no.
goes, please do, half a Xanax at least. And I said, well, actually, I don't have one, but I could bring you a gummy or something else, but it might make you sleepy. And he's like, fuck gummies. I want the good white girl drugs.
I got you.
Oh, thank you, darling. See, now that's, yeah.
But when
it's-
you
it's
said
true.
that, I was dying.
Well, because, I always make fun of you. I was like, you and your white girl drugs.
Me and my white girl pills.
Yeah, it's like, it's...
No, I call them white people pills.
Yeah, well, but,
I got my uppers, I got my downers,
That's what being in the arts will do.
Facts, podcasting, arts, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory. But no, as we always do, we do a quick roundtable just to sort of kind of catch up, see where we've been for the last week. So because we have Colin in studio, of course, Colin, we're going to give you the opportunity to start. So how are you? How have you been in this past week?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, things are crazy. I got back from Tennessee about a week and a half ago, which was crazy. The people down there are a little different than we are.
Yes.
But I went to Dollywood and I went skydiving. No, I keep saying that. Zip lining for the first time. Big
Close
difference.
enough. Close
Skydive,
enough.
zip line, big
Well,
difference.
if that line gives away, you will be skydiving.
Exactly. No, it was so much fun. And I recently lost some weight, so I would never do that. And why not? So I did that, and now I'm back at work, full steam ahead.
That is amazing. So I've never been skydiving. I have done some semblance of zip lining, not a very big one, but I have. So good for you.
Mine was also the longest zip line in America. It was. It wasn't the highest, but it was the longest.
Was it in Dollywood?
It was in the same town, but it was a different place.
Can you imagine Dolly Parton on a zip line?
Of course I can.
Boobs out, massive boobs, the whole 9 yards. I think it would be amazing.
Well, at least
I'd
she's
freak-
got safety bags on. Already.
How about you guys? How are you guys? How was your week?
Oh, so let's see. Maybe I'll go. I had a pretty hectic week with work. Thursday was a 16-hour work day for me. It was intense. We're trying to wrap up some projects and stuff at my place of employment. And then Saturday was Mom's birthday. And so, that she had been battling cancer diagnosis. She went through like 6 chemotherapies. So, it's a very, very important birthday for her post, treatment. And so we went to the casino and we were there from like 7 in the morning until like almost midnight. I didn't get home till like 1 in the morning. But she had a blast, and that's all that counts.
Remind me when we go on break, I have something for Mom.
Oh, okay. Yay. She'll be excited.
Yeah,
She'll be
yeah.
excited. But yeah, Mom turned, she's 68 as of yesterday. And
68 years young.
she is living her best life, There's something about going through a diagnosis of cancer and its subsequent treatment and things like that, that when you come off of those treatments and you're on the other side of it, it gives you a different perspective in life. And she's just she's on this I feel amazing kick, and I'm gonna do everything and everyone.
Everyone.
Her husband, is like, girl, what are you doing? And she's like, shut up, just go with the flow.
That's it.
I wasn't supposed to say that on the air, but sorry, Mom.
Give him
No,
a
it's
blue
fine.
chew and keep it going.
Oh.
I know in the warmer months you do like a game, like either bingo or like weekly.
We
game
do,
nights.
we
What do
do.
you do in the winter?
Nothing.
Go to
Hibernate.
casinos.
Sad. Oh, go to casinos.
Yeah,
Go to
we
casinos.
go to casinos.
Or we have movie nights.
Yeah, I mean, we have. I don't. My mom is not like a movie person.
Oh, well, I mean, you and me.
She much rather
Yeah.
like crack a couple of beers open and like sing really loud on karaoke machines.
Mhm.
Yep.
Now you know where I get it from.
I was definitely asking about you and your mom. I love that Nick is like, no, us.
Yeah, no.
Obviously.
Yeah. But no, we do. Nick and I do movie nights in the wintertime. And I know Wicked is coming out soon. I'm excited to go to the theater and see it. But supposedly it's also coming. You can get it on home theater.
No, you have to see that in movie theaters.
Oh, no, you do. I would see that like 2 or 3 times in the movie theater and then see it at home like 5 or 6 more times.
Right.
Mhm.
I don't
mean,
want my first time seeing part 2 at home.
Oh, no. I'm going to see it in the movie theater, definitely. I'm off all of next week, so it's happening.
Is next week Thanksgiving?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord.
It is.
Yeah.
Time. I keep telling
It's
you
almost
people.
December.
I tell you people, time flies when
When
you're on
you're
Prozac,
Prozac.
and nobody ever believes me when I say that.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
But-
this year's almost over, bro.
Yeah.
wow.
Almost over.
Yeah.
It's insane.
2026 is right around the corner, and then
Yeah.
I hope things go really well for us as a nation in next year's elections. So buckle up. And,
You're not soothing yourself right now by
I
rubbing,
am. I am.
rubbing your legs.
I am. So, but anyway, that was my week. So I had a good time. It was fun, fabulous. Sunday, I slept all day, and then I worked at the bar, and then today got up and did it all over again. So that was me. Jay Bird, how are you?
Oh shit. Good.
Good. All is well.
All is well. Let me see. It was the twins' birthday last week. My grandson.
They're what? 12 now?
13.
13.
Yeah.
Oh, they're teens. They're now officially
Oh,
teens.
They've been teens for a while.
Mm.
So yeah,
Finding
they're-
them
they're-
hard
yeah,
socks all over the
yeah.
place.
Oh shit! Thank God, not really. But they have that stinky boy going on. Yeah, and I'm like, did you wash your feet? Yeah, Grandpa. I was like, no, go
Yeah.
wash up. And I raised 5 girls, well 6 with my niece, with my 2 nieces, but. Yeah, they don't stink. Not like boys do. I'm going through a whole other experience right now with my grandsons.
And you know what the thing is? They can't smell themselves.
No, I
Like,
don't.
it's a weird
fucking
thing.
Get
I
it.
mean,
I don't get it. It's
That's gross.
insane.
I can smell myself.
That's what I tell
But
them.
It's sort of
I'm
like walking into a gym locker room or a dressing room. They all smell
Exactly.
the same.
Uh-huh.
And I think if you sit around a certain smell for a while, you just don't notice it. You know what I mean? It's like you kind of live in it so long you don't realize it. So I get on their ass all the time, and they turned 13 and they had their birthday, and Javi, the one named after me, of course. Grandpa, I want to watch. I see you got a watch collection. I need a watch.
A watch.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
Ew. I'm
I gotta
dude,
have
you're-
a watch.
You're
and-
13. Like,
Yeah.
that's expensive. Relax.
Yeah, so I got him a dilly dally watch, not too expensive. And then he got money for his birthday. They did a little birthday party for him at a jump trampoline park.
Oh,
thingy.
and those places, they smell great.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
they're
I was
amazing.
like, absolutely not. But
It's like perpetual like foot smell.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God! Remember those like Discovery Zones
Yeah,
or
they're-
like the McDonald's?
I've never. No,
Ugh.
it's never been my thing.
like
Okay,
jump-
let's move on from that smell
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, it's like
Smell talk 2.0.
Yeah.
It's like jumping into a bowl
Yeah,
of like
but-
Dick's soup or something. It's like
Ugh,
no,
Yeah, it's nasty.
no.
But
Anyway.
anyways, yeah. So they they had their birthday and they spent a couple days at the house, and I sent them home yesterday, so I'm good.
Nice. So then you sent them home. Yes, yeah. Excuse me. You
Yesterday.
sent them
Oh,
home
yesterday. Yeah.
That means you had at some point some semblance of time by yourself on a Sunday, just you and the wifey, I think, just to relax.
Well, Sundays are Mama's Day.
No, oh, that's right. You had
I
mama.
always
Okay.
spend Sundays with my mom, so
Awesome.
I was like, peace. I left an hour earlier than I normally do.
You couldn't take the smell.
No, I was done. I was over it.
Ooh, that smell!
But yeah, it's teenage boys. It's a whole new experience for me. So I'm
Yeah.
kinda-
Especially like at our age, it's like, dude.
yeah, I constantly say to myself, was this me?
Oh, I
What?
showered like
Like,
2 or 3 times a day. I was
like,
like,
See, I was barely home. I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn and New York City, so I was 12, 13. I was out till 11 o'clock,
he's
12
probably
o'clock
like
at
bathing in the
midnight.
waters of Coney Island.
Yeah.
Well, that actually
yeah.
is tracks.
East River.
Yeah.
I'm
So
a
I
New Yorker
was-
too. I'm from
yeah.
the Bronx.
Okay, I grew up in Brooklyn, so I mean, I was never home. I was always out and about and playing sports or hanging out with the guys. And
Oh.
I used to come home 12, 1 o'clock at night, take a shower, go to bed, So,
Right.
so I
But
don't-
I'm sure you
I
were
don't know,
funky
but
at some
I'm
point.
sure I was funky, but yeah, to me, it's a whole new experience with the boys.
Good. Well, I'm glad
I'm
that
still going
I'm
through
glad
it.
that I mean, when they were born, there were some challenges, right? I
Yeah,
think they were
yeah.
premature when they were born.
Yeah, they were 35 weeks. They were born like at 7 months or
Right.
6 months. It was super early.
Right.
And yeah, they were like a pound and 10 ounces, a pound 11 ounces. And it was a challenge. And we were going back and forth with the doctors. And they had my daughter stressed the hell out. They kept telling her, consider taking them off life support and consider this and consider that. It was horrid. It was
And
horrid.
here they
And-
are, 13
yeah,
years later.
It's amazing.
And then finally, my daughter turned around and told him, "Listen, if God decides to take them, let him take them. But as long as you guys can do something to keep them going, that's what you're supposed to do." And
And look at it.
yeah, 13 years later, they're in my house stinking up the place.
Mhm.
So,
Growing hair out
Yeah,
of places
yeah.
that
Oh yeah, trust me.
Shit
they're-
happens.
Yeah,
That's
Trust
awesome
me,
though.
they're
Well, good
insane,
for
but-
you and congratulations to them.
yeah.
Happy birthday, Trish.
What?
Are we
No
allo-
birthdays on your side of the.
Are we allowed to call you Trish with all this facial hair you got
Maybe that's
going
why
on?
I'm growing it out.
Like,
So I can
don't
change
know.
my show name.
I don't know.
I barely recognized you.
No, it's funny because so I've never tried before, and you can barely see it because it's so white and blonde, and there's a little red in there, but my coworkers started to notice this past weekend. So I went to an
Right.
event last night, and one of my coworkers who I hadn't seen because they were in New York looked at me and they were like, "What? What's happening?" And I said, "I'm trying something new." And she was like, "I'm not mad about it." And then, like, without a beat, one of my other coworkers that was standing right behind her, she was like, "You are giving zaddy, and I love it." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm gonna keep it going and see what happens.
Just waiting to eat your first piece of ass. Yeah, no, it does. It does. And it's like,
Do you
and
want to
it's-
keep it growing like J-Bear? Or do
No,
you want to
no, I just want the
keep it clean and
yeah.
5 o'clock shadow?
5 o'clock shadow kind
Looks
of thing, but I
good.
have to like grow it. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
so it, like,
I think
fills
you
out
have
a
to
bit.
let it grow a little bit more just to see how much you get, and then you can sort of kind of gauge whether
Where
or
are you
not.
gonna go with that? Yeah.
Right, where are you gonna go with it? Can you style it a specific way? Like can you get a nice little, edge up and stuff like that?
I've never really shampooed my face before, so this is a new feeling. What is this feeling so sudden and new?
I felt the moment I laid eyes on you.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm excited! I can't wait. Well, that was on in part one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for
Part 1 has most of the good songs.
Yeah, but there are some songs that that I really really want to see. Like for example, there's a reprise version of a song that was already done on part one that Ariana just recently did in the special that they did on NBC,
That was great.
and it was incredible. And I was just like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Also, and As Long as You're Mine, I'm dying to see that, and to see Jonathan Bailey in that
Ugh.
Oh, I cannot wait. He's so sexy. So anyway, you were saying anything else besides growing hair on your face?
No, but I do want to share a photo that you can put up on the thing. Like
On
you
the
do.
thing, of course. Yeah, of
Because
course.
I looked adorable last night.
Hold on.
I really did. And like I don't know what happened, but I crushed it. Also, I do want to say so there's this woman in my life. Her name is Lydia Dixon. And she is a healer, an acupuncturist, a massage therapist, and she is fucking phenomenal. She's life-changing. I'm not even joking. And so I needed some of that in my life, and so I booked an appointment for next Monday. But I also knew that our semi-co-host Hope needed some love too. So with Nicole, her partner, I orchestrated her to get an appointment today at 4, and she just texted me. Wow, she's an amazing healer. Now, she didn't know this was happening today. She's an amazing healer. Thank you for tonight and for bringing her into my orbit. I feel so zen, no joke, not being cheesy. I don't have a better word for it. I just feel reset and balanced. And I love acupuncture, and she is so trustworthy as a therapist. And I'm like, I can't tell you enough how amazing this woman is. And I was like, me and Hope have been through a lot of shit recently. And we both needed a hard reset. And I was like, you got to go to Lydia.
Can you share her contact with me?
Oh, totally. Totally.
I've never done acupuncture, but I totally want to.
Oh, I've had it done for some injury I had in my back.
Mm.
The first needle they ever put in, because it's on my neck, and the shit went up my brain and down my back, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And the dude's like, "It's just initial," but I did a couple sessions. Amazing.
I just went to a chiropractor for the first time
Oh,
in my 40s, and I go like twice a week.
They
now.
like break you in half, and I love it.
My chiropractor does like it's called Atlas Precision, and he uses like a special tool and measurements. He doesn't use his body and crack. It's very specific. It doesn't hurt, but you feel amazing after.
Oh, I need you to crack me. I want to be cracked in half.
he wants to be destroyed.
I had a nickel.
Forever. Well, I will tell you, I've never done acupuncture before, but I've been punctured before.
It's a very different experience.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just saying, if it's just as gratifying, then I'm in. Send me her info too.
I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Anyway, going back to this photo.
So yeah.
What's so special about it?
I just feel like I look on fire. I look great.
Yeah, you look fabulous. It's like the hair's working.
Look at
I
us.
feel like I look like a newscaster or
Yes,
something.
you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, no, it's
You
cute.
actually look like someone, and I can't figure out who.
I don't know, but I'm all about that photo.
We've got people in here. It's very cute. I love it. It's very Minnie Pearl.
Tonight at 5.
No,
Weather on the 6s.
Yeah. But it was a really good event. It was this nonprofit in New Haven, called Culturally Lit, and that's spelt with a K. And they are supporters of poets and literature and providing access to literature and art and poetry, and it's really amazing what they're doing. They had their first annual award ceremony last night, and so it was really fun to host it at the Schubert and be there with everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You see, you get to go to like a lot of these amazing, like cool things and meet a lot of different
People think I'm bougie, but I'm not. Like
Yeah, I
I
know.
just have to put on a suit every once
She's
in a
not
while.
bougie.
She wants
She's
to be.
bougie.
You tried, Tom.
Yeah, it didn't land.
Didn't land?
It didn't land. No.
Next year.
yeah.
We'll try again
Crickets.
next year.
Where's that sound effect?
So my
There is
my
one. Hold on,
coworker
hold
told
on.
me that I am bougie, and I said, "Well, I can't really afford to be bougie." And she was like, "Well, that doesn't mean you're not bougie. That just means that you can't afford the things that you want."
Right on cue, Tom.
I was looking for it. I never play with those sound
You
effects, so I
fucking
never go
asshole.
over there. What?
No, it's because I
He said
told him
crickets.
his
Cue.
joke didn't land.
Oh.
And I was looking for
and
the
it took him
crickets.
2 minutes to find it.
Yeah,
Telling you, interns, man. But anyway, so that was nothing really. I mean, oh well. Something else happened this past week, which I don't know if I've even told either of you guys.
I don't know, but I'm afraid.
So-
I have a feeling you're going to say something now.
Yeah. So we hired a executive director for the Pride Center,
Oh yeah, you did mention.
and I had to accept his resignation on Saturday.
What the fuck?
When did you hire him?
Monday?
Oh my god.
Well, no, it's been a 9-month process, but
Yeah.
I completely understand why, but it just sucks because we've got to go back to the beginning.
Right.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Offline.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Holy
Anywho, so
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
I'm looking forward to my appointment on next Monday. Let's
Okay.
just say that.
Fudge
So,
sickles.
Miss Acupuncture Lady, stab the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Put it everywhere. Just get it done.
Her name is Lydia.
Lydia
Dixon.
Dixon.
Whenever I hear Lydia, I think of Beetlejuice.
Oh my god!
yeah.
So see, that's interesting. So you go to Beetlejuice, and I go to oh my god, oh god, fuck, red coats, hats,
Handmaid, whatever it's called.
Handmaid's Tale. Aunt Lydia.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you have to. It is intense.
Mm-hmm.
It is intense. When I tell you, like, I have never wanted to throw things at my TV so much than in that show with some of the shit that you see and some of the things that you like. Because the crazy thing is that a lot of it is based, obviously, on books that were written, right? And obviously, there was some sort of like iteration of a show that was made way back when. So this is not the first time that people have actually attempted to do something with The Handmaid's Tale. But there are things that were happening. I mean, these were written, decades ago. But there are things that are happening in this series that you look at today and you're like,
Fuck.
what the fuck? Like, it's
We're there. We're there.
we're here.
No, we're almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're
which,
here.
Which kind of explains a lot of when you see a lot of these protests going on and people dress up in the
Yes.
handmaidens.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of
So
gives you clarification why people are doing
we
that.
can all remember when certain things happened, right? Where we were, right? For example, I know exactly where I was on September 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know exactly where I was on January 6th,
Yep.
right? Watching certain episodes of The Handmaid's Tale and watching what transpired on January 6th is so surreal. So you have to watch it.
You're not the first people to say that, so I definitely will check it
It is
out.
a commitment.
And
like,
for
yeah.
you have all 8 seasons to go.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what happened with me. I waited and I binged it, and it was a journey, and I'm still healing from it
yeah.
and learning from it. But it was definitely some type of journey.
When I tell you,
And watching it right now in this moment too
Yes.
is what I did. And
right, it's just so like you think to yourself as you're watching it, how the fuck did it ever get there? And then you start looking at some of the news that's happening in our world today, and you're like, oh, that's how.
Yeah.
So it's just watch it.
I'll check
Give
it
a
out.
chance. Definitely. So so I know that we want to cover some of the stuff that Colin is going to do with his podcast. He's going to tell us something about a bit about his show. But do we have anything that we want to cover today?
yeah, so I do have one small little story that I want to share. So you know how I love my gay animals.
You do.
So we've
Gay
actually
penguins, gay dolphins. What else?
Gay
giraffes. Yeah,
sharks.
sharks. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
Dolphins.
Yeah. Yeah. There are a lot of them. We are representative nature people. But so we had talked about this a while ago. So there's this farm in Sweden, I believe, that this gentleman he rescues gay rams. So 1 in every 12 ram. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
So 1 in every 12 ram prefer the company of another ram, which is okay.
Yeah.
Like I support that.
I'm
Like,
all about
completely.
ramming. Yes.
But the thing is, in the animal world and in the farming world, if you're a gay ram, you're not really useful because you're not producing.
You can't stud them out.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of them get slaughtered or, just discarded and for lack of better term. However, there's a farmer that has been rescuing these gay rams. We are going to adopt one. I'm just waiting on the.
Gator credit card.
Yep.
It's a credit card.
His name is Horny. He's adorable.
His name is Horny.
I will actually send Tom a photo of Horny.
Yeah.
That he can.
Will we get a picture that we can just put on
Yeah,
one, on
there's
one
a
of the
picture on the
walls?
website.
No, but if you know how when you
Oh, when you
sponsored one of the
sponsor-
kids, they sent you like a picture, like
A bio.
So wait, he takes all of the gay rams and puts them on a farm, and they have a huge orgy or something?
No,
right?
so
It's
he
called
rescues.
the farm's called Ram It. No, let
No.
me stop. Let me stop.
So he rescues the rams and basically just they live a good life. They may find their partner, they may not. Who knows? However,
But they use their wool.
correct. So recently, this farm partnered with Grindr and a designer to put together a whole line of rainbow wool clothing.
From gay Rams.
That's amazing.
Yes, from gay
from
rams.
gay
So they're
rams.
all gay rams, and it's called rainbow wool.
So
Scruff should get in on this too.
like serious. So let me
And it was debuted. It was called the whole series was I Will Survive.
I will.
I will survive. I fucking love
Because
this.
not
Okay.
only are these rams surviving, but they're thriving.
Okay, so I read something a little bit on the New York Times article that they had on it, but I just want to get my facts straight. Okay, so we have one dude who's the person that rescues the rams, the gay rams,
Correct.
Yes.
and has them on his farm.
Yes.
Then we have another dude who's a designer
Yep.
who then buys the gay wool and creates gay.
So Grinders partnered with Rainbow Wool, which is where the farm is.
Grinder,
And so Grinder paid.
Grinder, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Grinder,
Yes.
Grinder.
that
Don't
one?
pretend.
Yes.
Yes.
Grinder paid.
Republican crashing Grinder. Grinder.
So Grinder paid for the wool and the campaign and all that stuff, and they just recently 5 days ago put on a fashion show of the I think it was like 32 different thematic like there was the fireman look, there was the harness look, there was the jock look, and and this was all made out of this rainbow wool.
Can you imagine what a wool jock would feel like?
I mean,
Hot.
Toasty?
Yeah.
no,
I don't know, I don't-
like a
Itchy.
jock, like an athlete.
Yeah.
I'd be walking around looking like I was gonna say something, but Tommy, shut up! You can't say that.
Look at this guy's got a wool snake around his neck.
It's
Love
cute. No, it is cute.
So, Nick, do you have a Google alert for gay animals or Grinder? Like, how'd you find this story?
So we have Mama Kim.
So honestly, this is not from Mama Kim. But honestly, I think it's just my algorithm at this
Yeah.
point.
Makes sense.
Because
She
I don't
speaks it
have,
into the universe, and then things just pop up on her computer.
yeah, but I
'Cause
mean,
you know.
but like,
Big Brother's listening.
Oh,
so
yeah.
but I do want to say one more thing about this before we move on, because I can't wait until they release some more photos, and so I can see what this like a wool harness. Like, what is that? Jay's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Of course.
So the designer
It's
said,
already in his cart right now. Jay, pay attention.
I know. Oh, sorry. What?
So the designer said in a quote and in this article that I was reading, it was a pleasure to create the lighthearted collection that also addresses a very serious topic. The mistreatment of animals that exhibit same-sex attraction is a painful reminder of the prejudice that continues to affect the LGBTQ communities worldwide. Hopefully, by illustrating that homosexuality exists throughout the animal kingdom, we can help put to bed the false and damaging notion that being gay is a choice. And the reason I wanted to read that quote was because the reason I talk about gay animals is exactly what he is talking about.
of course.
Here.
Yeah. I was telling Colin before we went live today that we featured an artist and his music for quite a while, and then all of a sudden, hey, good for you, you found Jesus, but he's no longer gay, right? And so we pulled the music. Obviously, we're going to do that. We're a gay show. We believe and we hold true and strong to the belief that you know, we are born this way. We're
Yeah, you
not, we
can't
don't,
pray the gay away.
no, and you can't decide to just one day be gay
And being
or
so
be
public
straight.
Well, and being so public about it is promoting this false narrative that conversion therapy works or religion helps cure homosexuality. And that's the main reason why we pulled the music, because you can choose anything in your life. We have friends that have chosen to, while they are gay, not engage in sexual activity, and that is fine.
But they still say, "Hey, I'm gay.
Right.
I'm a living sin, just not that sinful."
Right. And I think that at the end of the day, I think like whatever you choose to do for you is fine. But what he's doing is taking his platform and almost making it a weapon for people that are trying to find a way to change the narrative and like change. Like my son just came out gay. Oh, but this person is now saying that he was cured by God.
Right.
So my son could be cured by God.
Right. And you know, interestingly enough, from Tennessee. So you know that happened. But yeah, so to see representation in the animal kingdom it's just, you know, it just further cements, like Nick said, the idea that, you know, we are born this way and that's just how.
And we're
things
meant to
happen.
be this way. We're here for a reason. Like we're not gay people or the LGBTQ plus community weren't just like, oh, it was an accidental genetic thing that happened. Like there's a reason behind the fact that we are gay, and what we give to the world is something that no other community does. And it's, you know, it's care. Internally, sometimes it's not as caring, but it's about caring and uplifting people and really keeping people together and building community, and that's what we do.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. 100%. And I am fortunate that I am part of this community. I am fortunate that this is the platform that we chose to vocalize who we are, what we're all about in the community. There's many different things that we all love to do, that we all get into, that, and there's nothing wrong with any of it. You know, it's
Don't make me go back to my TED Talk.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. All right, well, listen, we do have a guest in studio, but we do need to take a break. So we're going to do that. And when we come back, we are going to chat with Colin in regards to his podcast. And
Did you ever show Horny?
Who's horny?
The
The
sheep.
picture he sent you.
We're going on break. We'll show
Oh,
him when
that's
he
a good
comes
tease.
back.
We're gonna keep him listening and
Okay.
watching.
All right, you get to see Horny
This
when we
isn't
come
your
back.
first show.
We will be right back. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. And thank you for allowing us to take that break. We needed that. I needed to go get some water. I'm drinking water. What the hell? But anyway, we are back. We have Colin in the studio with us. Colin is here to talk about his podcast, Chattin. Is it Chattin with
Chattin with Colin.
And I love it. So first and foremost, thank you for coming in studio and
Of
sitting
course,
with
thank
us
you for inviting me.
and joining us. So let's talk about your podcast. So first and foremost, before we get into the podcast, tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, all the crazy things that you are involved in.
Yeah.
You're a busy man.
Yeah, I've had a life for being 40.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so I was giving you the brief background when I got here, but I was born in New York. When I was 2, my parents and my brother moved to Connecticut, and then a few years later, they had my sister. We're all 5 years apart. I'm the middle child, which is why I went into performing, because I don't get enough attention at my house or love from my parents. No, that's not true, Mom and Dad. But I went to St. Mary's School for 10 years. That's in Branford. They moved to Branford from New York because they wanted a Connecticut shoreline town that was close enough to all of our family members, which are in New York and New Jersey. And so I went to St. Mary's, class president, 1999. Thank
Not
you.
to brag.
So St. Mary's, is that a Catholic school?
Yeah, it's now called East Shoreline Catholic Academy, but it's
Okay.
in the same building. It's in Branford.
How was that? If you don't mind me asking, as a gay man
You
or
know-
as a gay boy at the time, going to Catholic school.
Yeah, I definitely knew I was gay. When I was 13, when I was in 8th grade, I was on the Rosie O'Donnell show many times. And what you have here is what I was then. So everyone knew. I didn't really come out until college, but everyone in high school, I mean, I was dating guys in high school and whatever. But It was weird because, you know, every night in 7th and 8th grade you're rewriting a chapter of the Bible and they're telling you that gay is not okay and things like that. But then I'm the first person in my family to go to Brantford High School, which a public high school, I should say. Everyone before me went to a Catholic high school, and that was a big deal. And I went to Brantford High School for the theater and choir program, and they had a great program. And I went there. My senior year of high school, I got cast in the closing night of Les Mis on Broadway. We did that for my senior year. It was the first year the show came out. So when the show originally closed in 2003, they did the normal show, and then the creatives came out and said, Les Mis will live on forever in high school. And then we did a 20-minute version of the show. There, like Skylar Aston was in it, and I knew him as Skylar Lipstein. A bunch of other Broadway performers now, they did the show in high school. So over 400 people auditioned. They picked 36. I was one of them. It was a dream come true. What else? And then I went to Wagner College for theater performance. That's on Staten Island. I was born in the Bronx, went to school in Staten Island. My first apartment was in Manhattan. I shared it in Spaha, Spanish Harlem. And my last apartment was in Queens. So the only borough, J Bear, I haven't lived in is Brooklyn. Yeah, out of the 5 boroughs.
Oh, you missed out.
People usually say even Staten Island. Well, yes, I went to Wagner College, which my parents were like, "You're never going to Wagner College." Staten Island was built on a dump. Yeah. And what did I do? Went to the dump.
Yeah.
Went to the dump. And then, you know, I did the Rosie thing in 8th grade. I did the Broadway thing for a day in my senior year of high school. Then I went to college, did a few of the main stage musicals my first couple years. Then I got reconnected with Rosie, and I started out as an intern, and I moved up to working for Our Family Vacations, and that was a LGBTQIA plus vacation company, mostly cruises, but they also did resorts too. It's still around. Rosie's not involved, but it's called the letter R, Family Vacations. I did one of their cruises this summer, and I got to meet a ton of people.
Isn't she like in Scotland?
Ireland.
Ireland. She's in Ireland right now,
Yeah,
right?
Trump's trying to revoke her citizenship, but Trump, you can't do that.
Good luck.
Anyone that's born in this country, it's like he doesn't know the rules.
He doesn't know the rules.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he doesn't.
I think he
know.
does. He
doesn't.
just chooses to like make them up as he goes.
Like I said, it's the spaghetti string
Yeah.
effect. Whatever he throws it at the wall, and
Yeah.
if it sticks, you know?
Exactly.
Sticks.
Yeah.
So after college, I was working for Rosie O'Donnell for a few years, and then I got a job working on the Wendy Williams show. How you doing? For the first couple of seasons, and then my apartment in the city got robbed when I was on a cruise, and I felt like, you know, my personal space was being invaded. It was a crazy situation. And Greg Noble, who I was working for at the time at Seaview Productions, a Broadway production company, he was starting to build the Stand, the restaurant in Brantford, and the Freaky Tiki, which used to be a piano
The
bar.
in Brantford?
Yeah, for a few years, and now it's in New York City, in Manhattan.
The Freaky Tiki.
It was a piano bar in Brantford, and they did like drag shows. It lasted for 2 or 3 summers. It was great, and then he moved it to New York to Hell's Kitchen.
Interesting.
So I
Look
said,
at Brantford. Like you would never know.
no. I said, you know what? Let me summer in Brantford. I need a break from my apartment.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Let me summer in
In
Brantford.
Brantford.
I literally.
That is the whitest thing anybody's ever said on the show.
Well, listen.
And I am translucent.
My parents lived there. It's not like I had my own place. I was 30 years old, 29, who knows? 30, went back to live with my parents for 3 months. And then I've never left. I've left my parents. I've just never left Brantford.
So-
I fell in love with Brantford
Yeah.
again.
So let me pause. So let's give a little bit of backstory about what Brantford actually is. So Brantford, if you want to talk a little bit about the town itself, it's past East Haven, right on the shore, probably like 15, 20 minutes without traffic from here. But Brantford itself, Brantford and Guilford, they are a very, I would say, a wealthy wealthy towns.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely changing from when I was growing up. It's definitely, you know, Brantford with the Guilford and Madison, I think is the most diversity. and different, because Brantford has a ton of condos, a few trailer parks, and then we have mansions. I mean, and it's on the water. But there's also, like, when you're going towards North Brantford, you're not even near the water.
Right.
So I grew up in a condo. My parents didn't know, moving from New York City, they were like, we don't know how to do lawns and take care of a house. We're moving to a condo. So they're still in the same condo that I grew up in, and I live in the center of Brantford. And yeah, I love it. There's about
beautiful.
28,000 people in the town, and which now I work for the town. So
It definitely, I would say that Brantford doesn't necessarily reflect what you would see in New Haven necessarily. I think it's maybe changing a little bit. But it's a beautiful town with a lot of history. And now, a couple of years old now, a brand new theater.
yeah, so I work at Legacy Theater too, which is the old Stony Creek Puppet House. So Brantford's split into a bunch of different villages: Short Beach, Indian Neck, Stony Creek. And Stony Creek is right off of exit 56. That's the Thimble Islands are there. So yeah, I've been the associate artistic director. We are the only theater in the country, I believe, to open up in the pandemic, which was a challenge. But
Yeah.
it's a 130 seat theater. I, in addition to being the associate artistic director, I produce all of the Broadway concert series concerts, which we have a pretty impressive lineup. And I'm able to use my connections from Rosie and when I was booking them on cruises. And Rosie's music director, when she had her show, was John McDaniel. And he's now the music director for the Broadway series. So
And you actually had, we were talking about her last week, Katie Rose Clark.
I love Katie.
She's amazing.
She's awesome.
so talented, such a sweetheart.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Why were you talking about her?
We were talking about Wicked, and she was Glinda a few times in Wicked.
Oh, yeah.
And I, to this day, think that she was one of my favorite Glindas.
Oh, well, I've seen Wicked twice, never since it opened on Broadway. I went to the second preview and the final preview, and I fell in love with it. I've known Kristen since 1999. I actually saw Queen of Versailles on Wednesday. I took a group of 50 people there. That's Greg Noble's show with Seaview Productions. She's been nothing but amazing. Like, I wrote her a fan letter when I was a little bit after she was introduced on Rosie and I was, and she sent me back a signed headshot, black and white in those days, saying, saw you on Rosie too, love Kristen Chenoweth. And then I've met her a few times since then, and she's always been so nice. And we've had a lot of the, a couple of the Galindas and Elphaba. We had Eden Espinoza, who was the second Elphaba after Adina. I'm trying to get Shoshana Bean, my friend. I've cruised with her a lot. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Right now, my full-time job is I am the Arts, Culture, and Special Events Coordinator for the town of Brantford, which I'm the first one to hold that job. It started out part-time. It went through the process to become a full-time job, and it's a dream job. I mean, the best thing I could have done was move back to Brantford, and I always thought I was going to be a New Yorker.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge job. We just announced in the city of New Haven, we have a new arts, culture, and tourism professional.
I saw the job listing.
Which is basically kind of what you are in Brantford
Correct.
to New Haven. And that's a big job.
It is. It's a department of one. I operate out of the Parks and Recreation department, but you know, I team up with all the departments. And today's actually an interesting day because the first selectman, which is like the mayor in Brantford, via the town charter, we have a first selectman and not a mayor. His name is Jamie Cosgrove, and after 12 years, he decided not to run. So I have a new boss starting tomorrow.
Wow.
Which is interesting, and I can't wait to see how much he supports the arts and what he wants to do. My joke with Jamie every year is we need a community theater in Brantford. Yes, we have the professional theater, Legacy, and we have 2 educational theaters that we can sort of tap into, the high school and the middle school. But for Brantford, I mean, I started Shoreline Theater Company with one of my best friends, Mike Martone, which is ran through Parks and Recreation, and it was voted the #1 theater company in Connecticut from Broadway World. But we don't have a theater. I mean, and we do like 3 or 4 shows a year for kids and adults. Our summer camp started in 2018 with 30 kids, and this year we had 108.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you'd like double.
So
Yeah.
why? So, question: why can't Legacy host the community theater? One, and then two. All this to say, you are a very busy man,
Yes, you
doing
are.
a lot of really great things in the city of Brantford, but you also started a podcast. And so, what led you to that?
Yeah.
And why is that so important to you?
So Legacy it's such a small theater. I mean, it's 130 seats. The high school has 660. The middle school has 440. When we do a show like last summer we did Rent, we're selling about 400 tickets. And we only do 3 or 4 shows. And there's no way we could have a cast of more than I directed Sweeney Todd there over the summer, which was the first show that got an extension in Legacy's history. And that had the biggest cast. It was a cast of 15. So the only other cast of 15 was the summer before the Great American Mousical, which Julie Andrews directed. And I got to be her bodyguard for the summer, which was a dream come true.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but how the podcast started was Jamie Cosgrove, the first selectman, said, "Hey, listen, BCTV, which is like the Brantford local access government channel, they've been around forever. They just built a podcast studio because more and more people want to do podcasts. So if you're a Brantford resident, you could pitch an idea and do a podcast, and if it works, they'll produce it for you." And so I went there. He said, "Just check it out and see what you think." I went there knowing that in the back of his head, he knew I would go there and be like, "Okay, I got to create a show." And that night, I had a couple of vodka sodas and I wrote a theme song and I layered my voice and I called it Chattin with Colin. I mean, and now we've done, I don't know, a little over 10 episodes, but because I'm the arts, culture, and special events coordinator, it's Chatting with Colin, but it's mostly arts, culture, special events, some politicians. I don't like to get too political. But I've had
Unlike us.
I've had cast members, choreographers.
How do you feel about Trump?
Exactly. I love that blue wave.
Yeah, the blue wave was good.
Yeah.
The blue
Yeah,
wave.
I've actually met Trump a couple times when I was working on Wendy Williams, and one
Is
year
he
Rosie.
as orange in person?
Oh yeah, it's so
Okay.
fake. One year Rosie was hosting the Survivor finale at a Central Park, and I was there, and he was a few rows in front of us, and yeah,
Of course, he had to be a few rows in front.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so we're not going to host him on your show.
No.
No.
But tell us a little bit more about what your show is about.
So I start the first 5-10 minutes with telling everyone what's happening in Brantford, whether it's concerts, there's different charity things, different events, and then I go into a guest. So sometimes it's one guest, sometimes it's 2 guests, and we talk about whatever they're there to promote or I'm there to discover more. So we haven't gotten to even though after COVID and everything, I haven't done a Zoom thing yet. Everything's been in person. Like you were saying,
Yeah.
there hasn't been a lot of in-person guests. I love in-person. I need people to bounce off of. Originally, I thought I was going to do the podcast by myself. And then the first day, my friend happened to be there, Steve Mazzacane, and he said, "You want me to jump in?" And I said, "Sure." He has a podcast too in Brantford, and it worked. So I love having guests, and I love educating the community. It lives on YouTube and Spotify and all the streaming services. You could watch it or listen to it. But Chatting with Colin, we just started in June, and I think it's only a few episodes, like 10 or 11.
That's amazing. So, how often do you record the podcast?
I started and it was like once every 2 weeks, and it's at least once a month. It's at least once a month, but I have a list of like 40 guests that I do want. So if I had it my way, I would do it once a week.
Would you ever branch out and do like not just Brantford, but like the surrounding towns?
Yeah, definitely Shoreline is involved. So I'd love anything Shoreline.
That's
which
amazing.
is New Haven to Old Saybrook.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And, a lot of people don't realize, when you think about podcasting, there's a lot of work that goes into the back end. For you, it might be a little bit easier because you have a production team behind you. You show up with your content, you say this is what I want to do. You have someone that's doing all of the
I
the
produce
magic.
I produce, but there's someone there that directs it. So they're pushing the buttons and the camera angles, and they're doing what you as the intern do here. Tom.
Exactly.
I'm in on the joke. I'm in on the joke.
So, and then the thing is that, a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of also back work, right? So as a producer of a podcast, you have to think about content. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Who are we having on?
There's a lot of research that goes into it.
The researching, how long is the episode going to take? What questions are we going to ask? Then, for example, Nick does a lot of the fielding for us for emails and things like that for guests. So Nick solely is responsible for booking guests because I cannot handle that aspect.
No, he's not good with people.
No, I'm not.
That's not true.
Contrary to what, it seems like on the show, it's like when this is done, I'm just a mean bitch.
No.
But no. But going back, to the podcast. So how do you feel when you're doing it?
I love it. I mean, I've always wanted to be a talk show host ever since I was 13 on the Rosie O'Donnell show. So, I mean, I was 13. She was hosting the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, so they wanted to do a whole Nickelodeon show on her show. We taped the show on a Wednesday. I was one of the people she pulled out of the audience where she would start a song and I would have to end it. And my category was Broadway. So
you were a pro.
I killed. I made for good television. So taped it on a Wednesday, aired on a Friday. On Monday, I got a message to call a New York number, and I was at St. Mary's School. And I called the number, and it was the producer of the segment saying, Rosie loved you so much. We're going to Islands of Adventure. We're opening up the theme park. It's not even open to the public yet, and we're doing the show for a week down there, and Rosie wants you to co-host it with her. So I was riding rides with like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, Ricky Martin, 98 Degrees. I was a Steven Spielberg, Winona Judd. I mean, I have lived a crazy life, and then also, I mean, those are all great names. In 1999, I got to open up for NSYNC at the Meadows. That's what they called it back then in Hartford. And yeah, I've had a crazy life. So doing the podcast, it's just, you guys know, it's an expression of yourself.
Can you get Rosie on our show?
She's in Ireland now, but I'm sure I'll send her this link.
We can beam her in, Rosie.
I would love to have Rosie.
I would love to have a conversation.
I'm sure she would love to talk to you guys.
Because let me tell you, I'm sure she has a lot to say. There's a lot of things happening. And, I don't want to dive back into the political because I want to talk a little bit about the great work that you've been doing for visibility in Brantford. As we know, while we are seeing a lot of diversity in the shoreline areas like Brantford, Guilford, towns like Madison and things like that, there's always been this very there's always been this belief that these types of towns are very white-ish, or they're very how would I say, Trump-ish,
non-accessible,
and right. And so for members of the LGBTQ plus community, it also would have potentially given you a sense of not being receptive and welcomed, right? And you've done amazing work in Brantford to bring visibility to our community front and center.
Yeah.
Recently I know that there was a Pride Festival that happened on the Green in Brantford. And I want you to talk about the work that you've done to bring that into the forefront and to open and give access to our communities in these small little towns.
Yeah, so once I said I came out in college, once I was really working for Rosie full time and booking the gay cruises or LGBTQ cruises, everyone knew that I was gay. I couldn't hide it. And I'm even though I was living in New York City, I would always come back to Brantford and host benefits and produce shows and bring Broadway people here. I always knew I wanted to remain relevant in Brantford, because even though my dream was to be on Broadway and to live in New York and be very successful in New York, I just knew if that didn't happen, I wanted to keep my feelers in Brantford, because I love Brantford. It was a great place to grow up.
It's like coming home.
Yeah. And so even before I was working for the town, as soon as that Pulse tragedy happened in Orlando, the next day I went to Jamie Cosgrove, who I was talking about, our first selectman, and said, listen, 49 people went to dance and they lost their life. I think this is ridiculous, and Brantford needs to show that we are standing up for Orlando. This is not a pride event. This is just we're standing with you. So I lit up that year the town hall as a rainbow and the Blackstone Library, which is a gorgeous library in Brantford. Both
Which, by the
historic
way, I'll never
buildings.
forget. That was
Right.
a huge moment.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
For Brantford to do that.
It was
Yes.
huge. And like my health teacher and musical director, Tony Cardizano in high school, she's a lesbian. She never, ever felt like she could come out. She was retired when that happened. And it was the first time she was standing in front of, listen, we announced it. And like a day later, there was almost 1,000 people on the green. And we watched like the sunset and the buildings transform. And I self-funded it. Like I just knew, and every night I had to put the lights out. There was a tripping hazard. There are 2 town buildings. It was a lot of work. I had some help, but I knew I had to do it. So we did it that year. We did it for a week. And then I said, you know what? It's the year anniversary coming up. Then we did it for the year anniversary. Then I took a few years break, and then I did it for the 5-year anniversary. And we'll see. Maybe next year I'll do it for the 10-year anniversary.
Are you guys doing anything for Pride Month regarding?
I'm sure we are. It's a little weird in Brantford right now because over the summer, well, actually in the spring, the whole green was supposed to start a huge renovation construction project. And most of the events that I produced, all the Musical Mondays, TGIF Fridays, Jazz Concert, Brantford Festival, most of those events happen on the Brantford Green. So this summer and spring, we had to shift and put things elsewhere. And then, of course, things got delayed and the construction still hasn't happened. So
right.
I believe there will be a Pride event. I just don't know where. If the construction hasn't happened yet, it'll be on the green. But there's many beautiful parks and areas in Brantford that we could have a Pride event.
Well, I have to tell you that claps for you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work. What you're doing in Brantford for that community, for the Shoreline community.
Well, I've known you guys since I moved back to Brantford. I not frequently, but I used to, it's hard moving from New York and
Right.
having a great gay scene and a great theater scene. And honestly, the first year I hated it. Like I knew I would love it, but I was yearning to get back to New York and to find my people and be back with them. So I was like, I need to find my gays. So I would go to Partners and York Street, and you guys were there serving. And then I met Chris Mattoon, and I've been listening to the podcast ever since. And I'm so glad that you guys have done amazing work, and
Thank
you're
you.
spreading the word too. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. No, it's an honor to have you.
Long time
and,
coming. This should have
And
happened.
seriously, like,
Yeah.
if you ever have a free moment on a Monday and you're just like, hey, let's go shoot the shit over on Gay Talk.
Yeah, sit in
over.
that West Haven, New Haven traffic.
You're not
Why
wrong.
It
not?
took me like 45 minutes to get here.
Yeah, that's only because you have to go over that bridge.
I know.
Well, it's not the bridge.
It's
once-
actually after the
it's-
bridge.
Yeah.
It's
the
IKEA.
95
Yeah,
mile.
it's
Yeah.
the New
Yeah.
Haven shit
Yeah.
show.
yeah.
No,
But you know what? I'll come here for you guys anytime you want me.
Yeah, whatever you want. We always say, it's an open door. If you're coming in studio and you want to sit with us and chat and talk about all the craziness that we do, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great because on Chattin with Colin, because I work for the town, it's very PC and PG.
And very
Yeah.
demure.
And
Not here.
demure and mindful.
So
That's why I'm like,
So Nick was like, have you heard our show? I'm like, yes, I listen every
Literally,
week.
that's like the first thing I said.
And
Like,
then my sister called me right before this, and I was like, I'm about to go live, and she's like, what are you doing? And I told her the name of it, and I'm like, I'll send you the link, or maybe I won't. But it's actually been pretty good today.
today we were pretty tame.
I think I could share this. I am not on work hours. The town isn't paying me. So, if they're going to say something, whatever.
yeah, no. And
I'm also the union president.
you could also just post it and say, just don't listen to the previous episodes.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
But if
no.
you want to follow Chatting with Colin on
Yeah,
YouTube
there you
or we
go.
literally just started our Instagram. It's just Chatting with Colin. My personal is Colin A. Sheehan on Instagram. I love posting my whereabouts, and Facebook I'm almost at the max friends. And I mean, I run so many social media pages for the town of Brantford in different groups that when I'm posting about myself or the things, it is work, and it feels like work, and it's not really fun anymore. But a lot of the programs and events and things that I've produced and started would not be successful if I didn't pour myself out
Yeah,
on
I mean,
social media.
You
That's-
have to. You have to.
That's why I still do this. That's why we sit around this table, because
Right.
I needed. This is the one thing I love my job. You love your job.
Job.
I love. Yes, exactly. Like, and all the work I do at the Pride Center and all
Yeah.
that stuff. I love doing all of that. But I need something for me, and this is that something.
Right.
Yeah.
For
And
us,
you could tell. You can't fake the energy.
no.
No matter
for
who
us,
your guest host is.
And
too.
let me tell you, we've had moments where we're sitting here, it's like, guys, what are we doing? Like, it's the show, the energy is just low, but we track through it because you know, at the end, on the other end of that, this is a therapeutic session for us,
Yes.
right? And so if we're feeling down, you know, the next day we'll talk about it and be like, you know, what was that, right?
Yeah.
There's times we come in clueless, and we have some of the best
Episode.
do.
episodes.
And
I
then
mean,
sometimes we
I
come in
love-
so prepared, and we're like, "That was shit."
That was shit. Yeah.
You guys did offer me a drink tonight, but I was sick into water because I don't want to speak cursive.
That's okay,
Oh.
but we do all the
That's,
time.
that's our
All the
thing.
time.
Well, it's funny with my guests. I do a lot of research, and I'm pretty good off the cuff. I'm actually better than preparing, but you always have to be prepared if it's going to be a dead guest. Not dead, but like a dull guest.
And
You're
trying to pull
going to
it
have
out,
to
it's
pull
hard.
it out, and sometimes it's really hard. And so you gotta be prepared on how to pivot, because if they're giving you nothing in the first 5-10 minutes, how the hell are you going to stretch that into a half an hour?
Oh, absolutely. So let me ask you, what is your go-to question to get them engaged?
Well, at the end of the show, I try to ask them, like, what's your 5-year plan or 10-year plan? At the beginning of the show, they're pretty engaged. I mean, I don't have a formula yet, but yeah, I just shoot from the gut.
Honey, it's been almost 10 years. We don't have a formula.
Well,
This
I was
is
going to
off
say,
the
what
cuff.
number episode is this?
So this is episode number 437.
Wow,
It's
Yeah.
insane.
that's incredible.
And you know, we miss a couple of weeks here and there.
Yeah, well,
we've
life.
toyed with the idea of, because you know, we want to take time off. Like, you know, for example, next week is Thanksgiving. Do we want to record a show on Thanksgiving week and maybe take the week off? Same thing for, you know, Christmas or New Year's or whatever the case may be. So we've toyed with the idea, which is something that you could probably end up doing too, because you have so many guests that you lined up
Yeah.
and not enough time, is do the Judge Judy method.
Oh yeah, I need to tape 7 in a day.
Yeah, like just do 7 episodes in one day and then just sit on them.
Yeah, listen,
and
I'm
release
not
them.
an office person. I do have an office. I'm technically supposed to work 8 hours a day. I mean, sometimes I have to split it up based on what I'm doing, what events happening. I mean, parks and recreation and events and arts and concerts and things, none of that happened during 9 to 5. So it has to be a little, I do have a flexible schedule written into my contract, but I definitely need those escapes to go and not be stuck behind a computer or answering phones. And the podcast is that for me.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. So yeah, I mean, we've toyed around with different ideas, but you know, I'm very happy that you know, you're bringing Chattin with Colin into the mix and bringing the town of Brantford and the neighboring shoreline communities into the fold and giving them a space to talk about all the things that are happening.
Well, I love the history too. Like in 2019, I went to Jamie Cosgrove and said, I was still not full time. I said, this is actually probably why I became the arts, culture, and special events coordinator. Part-time was because I went to him and said, do you realize, actually in 2018, do you realize that in 2019, Brantford's celebrating its 375th birthday? And he said, no, but I was going to save stuff for the 400th. I'm like, Jamie, you're not going to be here for the 400th. And I want to do it. I will share it. I want all of the events. I shared that whole thing, events all throughout the year, made a whole campaign and website, and it was great. And so even like some of the guests I have on my list that I look at every day is like, there's been a cobbler, a shoe repair, and a leather guy on Main Street in Brantford for years and years and years and years.
I need to go to him.
He's one of like the last ones. My mom still goes to him.
The one
He's
in New Haven closed.
He's
Yeah,
90 something years old, and he needs to come with his daughter because he's hard of hearing, but he's also so busy that I'm like, I can't even get him on the books. So I can't wait, but I definitely want people like that to do it.
Podcast to him.
Go to the shop.
Yes.
I have a portable recorder.
You can borrow it.
Oh my God, I might need to.
You plug the mic in, an SD card, you hit record, and you go.
We did
That-
we did a podcast from DC.
I remember
sitting on
that.
a couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting on a couch.
I remember I used to do cruises. I started 20-something years ago. And Seth Rudetsky, he does the Broadway radio and he's a Broadway music director and has a Playbill column. And I remember being on the cruises with him and he just had that little portable. And then I'd hear it on Sirius. I'm like, really? This is how they do it?
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
sound quality is great.
It's great.
Yeah.
I know.
No, it's insane.
You
It's
could
insane.
literally work from anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, like when we think about it, so I'm comfortable and I like being, having everything here, right? But we've had instances in where we've done live shows.
Yeah.
We'll go into the bar and set up and do a live streaming from
The
the
sound
bar.
is never the best.
It's never the best, but if you've got
But it's a lot
really
of
good
fun.
compression,
Oh, yeah.
it's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And our show has evolved. We didn't do video. Contrary to she wasn't happy about it, but we didn't do video.
I was also much heavier when we started video, okay? And the camera adds 10 pounds, so just imagine me off camera.
And that 5 o'clock shadow takes away 30, so you're fine, Nick.
Yeah,
she's
you're
fine.
doing
She's
fabulous.
even
You know
out.
just where to contour with the facial hair.
So again, thank you for joining
Thank
us
you.
and being here with us in studio. We're excited. You're more than welcome to come back and join us whenever you want.
Welcome to the Gay Talk family.
Oh,
Exactly.
thanks, guys.
Now, that said, I want you to pimp yourself. Tell everyone how they can access your show. Give them
Yeah.
links if needed, and then we'll post them on tonight's show as well.
Sure. So you could just search Chattin with Colin. Remember, it's Chattin with no G, Chattin with Colin. That's my handle on Instagram, and that's the title of the show. It's on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart. I don't know what else. I don't know.
That's not his job.
Yeah, I mean, I did set up the streaming because
Oh.
they didn't know how to do it. I was like, well, what if people don't want to watch me and just want to listen to me? Because I love podcasts. I love books on tape. I used to be, especially working in television, addicted to TV at night. I had to have a TV in my room. I had to fall asleep to TV. Ever since I moved back to Brantford and have my own apartment, which I moved into in 2017, I haven't had a TV in my room. And I haven't had cable. I steal my parents' cable, but I'm rarely home. I mean, with 3 jobs, you're rarely home,
Right.
and also that's how I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I will bitch about it. I'll say how busy I am and how tired I am, but in the end, I love being busy, and I love, like I said, moving back to Brantford was the best thing I could do. And now having this full-time arts, culture, and special events coordinator position, I was able to a month ago go to my bosses and say, "Can we please bring back the Broadway bus trips?" And now the Parks and Recreation Department has merged with the senior department, the senior center. It's in one building in Brantford. So I took that as an opportunity to create programming for seniors because they're available during the day. I mean, actually, a goal of mine would be to direct a musical with just seniors. It would probably take a year.
Oh my God, but that would be so amazing.
MTI just came out with MTI Senior. So they have like Guys and Dolls. I'm sure they have Grease, things like that. But if you want to know more about me, my personal website is colinsheehanevents.com. That's COLINSHEEHAN.com. It hasn't been updated in years, but you'll get to see like the history of everything I've done growing up in Brantford, in New York, and moving back to Brantford. I haven't updated it with Legacy or the Town Job, but it has some fun pictures and yeah, follow me wherever.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you again
Thank
for
you,
joining
guys.
us. And on that note, we do have to swim our way to our finish line. So yeah, we're swimming because I'm going to be doing something after this.
Like
You know.
what?
Do you
Eating.
hear them?
I hear them.
You hear them? They know we're
They
coming
know.
upon the end of the show.
That is crazy.
and they start. It's
the
insane.
dog whisperer.
All right. So before we go, we needed to show Jay, right? You wanted me to show Jay on the show.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, Jay, there he is.
So everybody, that is horny. We have Jay has officially sponsored our
Did you?
rainbow
He did.
ram.
That's why I was looking at his computer. I thought he was buying the wool, whatever.
No.
And I look over and he's like, I just sponsored a ram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were
With a
buying
tear in his
harness.
eye.
It like slowly fell.
Yes.
Look at him. What is he called again?
Horny.
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 His name is horny.
His name is horny. Do you want to give him a nickname?
No.
Just horny?
Horny's fine. I'm fine with that.
I would have said, okay, we're going to
I think we should name
Horny
him.
J. Horny J.
Horny J, horny
No.
fuck.
Horny fuck. No.
Oh, what's his name? Nick Cannon. Because he's pretty horny.
Oh my God, he's got
Well,
like 90
52
kids.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
What?
You are not lying.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Trish, is it you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's me.
All right.
time
I'm
for
tossing it over to you. I'm going to give you your love. Hold on. I got to put this thing up here.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Here's Mama Kim's Minute. Number 1, 60,000 cisgender women write powerful open letter in support of trans community. We've had enough. Number 2, Trans Awareness Week 2025. You can't legally erase trans people, but you can erase our safety. Number 3, these gay dads built families during the AIDS crisis. Their stories are blueprints of endurance.
All right. Those are all Mama Kim's minute stories. We'll post them on tonight's episode. If you want to click on the links and read them for yourself, please do so. Jaybird, over to you.
Okay. On this day in queer history. Or gay
Yes.
history. On this day in queer history, on November 17th, 1901, a police raid on a private house party in Mexico City uncovered 41 men, about half of them dressed in women's clothes, marked a pivotal moment in Latin American LGBTQ history known as the Dance of the 41.
El baile de los 41. I
Is
never
that-
knew that.
Me
Imagine.
either.
In 1901,
Yeah.
dude, that's like
That's-
24 years ago.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're still like going through it with this fucker in office. 124 years ago, they were having the time of their life and got
True.
raided.
True.
Off you go.
Yeah. I know we normally skip this part during our podcast, but who won the week? For me, this week is going to be Bill Clinton.
Oh, my God.
Why? Why did he
Did
win
he
the
really
week?
win, though?
Go
Did
back.
he?
Go back to go back to the opener. Anyhow,
Apparently he's hung.
apparently
That's what I heard.
that's what we heard.
From
I
who?
don't know.
Monica?
What?
Let me make a quick phone call.
I know.
Monica.
Right?
Well, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was it's been hilarious to watch the news. I mean, it's no laughing matter. You know, these emails and these files that are coming out regarding Jeffrey Epstein, they're serious. These women
Oh,
have
yeah,
the courage to
absolutely,
go out
yeah.
and do. But the fucking memes, I'm gagged.
Yeah. It's
Pun intended.
Release the files.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, when even Marjorie Taylor Greene wants them released, you know they need to be released. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's all I'm going to say about that. Jaybird.
Alrighty, moving on to our announcements. If you love the show, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review in your favorite in your favorite
Wasted.
Yeah, here we go. Cursive. If you love the show, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting service. By subscribing, you get the latest and greatest of our show delivered right to your favorite device or web browser as soon as the episode is published. You can also support us on Patreon. With Patreon, you, our listeners, can help to support the show with a pledged donation. The donations are collected monthly and can be in any denomination of $1 or more.
Am I going to have to Spanglify this?
Yeah,
Spanglify.
I think so.
It's a Spanish-
Spanglifish.
I don't-
Potentially.
You know what?
I'm having a hard time
Yeah,
right now.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't pre-record
Yeah.
this and just
You know why? I'll tell you why.
because she wants to record live. and
Because
straight
she
through,
wants
right?
us to stumble.
Yeah.
I have asked her for
I always wondered why.
4 years.
Because this is the shit that happens.
if
It's actually
we could
funny.
record the announcements, and no, we can't do it.
We can't do that.
And the reason is because she wants to make us look like crazy drunk people.
yeah,
But
she likes the cursive endings.
You should do a bloopers reel.
Oh my God, we have one. We'll show you
Yeah.
after the show. But
for the awards. Yeah.
but it's funny because you know where cursive came from?
Where?
Chris.
I figured.
yeah,
I saw him at that bachelor party
because
in that little car. I was like, what the hell?
because
Yeah,
he
he's got
goes
a
from
bigger safe-
coherent to
In like 2 seconds
in
flat.
2 seconds.
I know. Well, it's like this thin.
It's
Yeah.
it's
It's very
insane
true.
how fast it happens, Chris. We love you.
You would think all that hair would absorb some of it.
No, nothing.
Anyway,
I just have to say, you have to subscribe to Patreon just to see Jay Bear's shirt. I'm obsessed.
Thank
Oh,
you.
the bears.
It's all the bears.
Yeah.
All the bears.
I love it.
Yeah, all the bears
Thank
and all
you.
the colors. He always
Yeah.
has the most creative shirts, by the way. He comes in here wearing like creative pants, creative shirts.
You should do an outfit of the day.
Oh God.
Outfit of the week.
Who won the
Yes.
week?
I love it.
Jay.
Jay.
I have my rubber ducky shirts too.
Oh.
He's
All
a
right.
mess.
So thank you to our co-host and guest today, Colin Sheehan. Please make sure you check out Chattin' with Colin. It's a great podcast. I've already listened. You'll really enjoy it. So yeah, thank you for being with us.
Thank you guys so much. Can't wait to be back.
Yes. All right.
It's me, but I
it's you.
need. Yep. Thank you. All right, everybody, get the Future Method and all other
Fucking
products
bitch.
today. All products are doctor developed and Trish approved.
You're almost worse than Rosie.
I wish I had a koosh ball. The
I will bring you one, Nick.
the anal douche kit cleans out without hurting your bum. Take confidence anywhere with the anal powder packs. Increase your stretch goals with the 3-piece anal glass dilation kit or silicone kit, and enjoy long-lasting and pleasurable glide with his silicone anal lube. And get all the information you need with Dr. G's book, But Seriously. Visit futuremethod.com to purchase your life-changing bum accessories today.
Like, why would I want to pre-record all of that?
Yeah. So I could say, Mom and Dad, did you hear that? Listen to that one more time.
Yeah.
Jaybird?
All right, time to put a ring on it.
Oh wait,
We're
sorry.
going back to our
ring.
ring.
You said
Yeah,
ring. Sorry.
rings.
No, we can put Colin on it.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit
Okay.
on something. You don't know what yet, but
Yeah.
you're gonna sit on something.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. Our show is available on our website, gaytalk20.com, under audio podcast. It is also available as a free download on Apple Podcast, YouTube Music, and now Spotify. Trish?
All right, you can find us on social media, Facebook, Gaytalk 2.0, Instagram, Gaytalk 2.0. You can email us at gaytalk2.0 at gaytalk20.com. Tom, don't fuck it up.
I'll try not to. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining us on tonight's show. If you need to reach out to us, just head on over to our website. Click on the Contact Us tab, which is located at the top of a web browser. There, you can leave comments.
He already fucked it up.
You can suggest topics.
This is why you got to record it.
Submit a question for the cast or an individual host. You can also give us a call and leave any questions you may have on our voicemail. We can answer those for you right on the show. Our phone number is 334-GAY-TALK. And if you need all of those digits, it is 334-429-8255. Don't forget that we do stream live every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can access the video live stream by becoming a Patreon supporter and seeing the show on the day of. Everyone else gets the week after. Ladies and gents, that is our show. Thank you, and y'all have a good night. Bye!
Thank you for listening to this episode of Gay Talk 2.0. Tune in next time for more dish.